I am going to tell you your future. No, we're going to have some fun today and talk about a tool that I've been using that's a little bit different to keep me journaling every day. So let's get into this. Hey everybody, as always, thank you for being here. It's a community more than a channel, and I would love to hear your comments down below. This one can be tough for some of you left brain engineers that are watching this, and we have a lot of you out there. The right brain folk are like, I get this. This is the creative side. But even if you're extremely left brain, this could be something that maybe you could add to your arsenal that would help you journal every day. And what is that? That is tarot. Yes, this is weird. We're not talking about divinity here. What we're going to talk about is a way to be a little creative in your thought process and how I do it in my journaling. So every morning what I do is I like to write in my journal. One of the reasons I do is because it sets the psychological time, slows you down, helps you before you get in your planner or right after you get in your planner to kind of ground yourself. If you've ever journaled, and I've journaled, I thought from right when I got in college, but I literally found some journals from high school, which was pretty crazy. I've been journaling my entire 54 years or, 40 years of whatever that is of my life. And it's really had a major impact. And what it does is it slows psychological time. It allows you to ground yourself. And I've had years where I didn't journal, and literally those years went so fast, I don't remember a lot. And so the journaling slows you down. And one of the tips I'd tell you to do is just, write the date and the time in something that, you remember. Like, the Super Bowl was today, and so this is what happened. So these are the type of things you could put in your journal. But one of the questions I get is, how do I stick with journaling? Well, that's where tarot comes in. So a few months ago, I started studying tarot, not from a divinity or from, looking into the future, but just understanding the cards and what works with it. And I have a book here called Guided Tarot for Seamless Readings by Stephanie Capone. Now, I like this book because what I do is every morning I take this deck and I shuffle it up. And if you get metaphysical, they say put it in incense, clean the deck, work on it. Get it to the place where it's spiritually connected. I'm using it not in that manner, even though it could be. I'm using it, nobody knows enough to be a pessimist. I actually have a PhD in metaphysics, but that's not what I'm using it for here. I'm using it for here to basically give me an idea for the day that I can put in my journal. And you're gonna see how this works, okay? So basically I shuffle this deck. I believe there's 72 or 74 cards in here, and they also have reverse meanings. So meaning you have 144 options of what you could pull out of this deck. So once I've shuffled the deck, I then go ahead and spread it out, and I kind of just look for a card that calls me, like this one. Okay, so I set that there. It looks like it wants to be spun around, so we're gonna leave that there. And then what I do is I'm gonna mark it in my Remarkable, which I have here, and I'm gonna write down what is today's card and what is today's meaning and how does it help me think, okay? So we flip it over, it's an Ace of Wands reversed. I then go into my book, okay, which is right here, and I find the Ace of Wands, okay? So we look for wands, and this person's done a really good job of putting some meaning together in these books, okay? So here's wands. So we get in here, and we head into the Ace of Wands, right? So this is a reversed card, meaning it's upside down, so that makes it really easy for me. Let me grab some glasses here. Basically, the reversed Ace of Wands in your reading can point to hesitation around taking action, perhaps driven by fears about timing, failure, or getting out of your comfort zone. Acknowledging what is preventing you from being bold and decisive so you're able to confidently move forward. This reversal may also indicate delays beyond your control. Trust that these delays are part of your divine timing and to try to stay flexible and open. I love that. So reversed is hesitation and delays. So when I look at that then, what that does is it allows me to ground into an idea then today. Then I write that idea in my Remarkable that, hey, I've got the Ace of Wands today. What am I delaying? What do I need to work on? Again, utilizing this as a shift in a thought process, okay? So it's a way to think differently. And what it's doing, and I think this is a really critical key, is it's getting me to write in my journal every day. So I look forward to what am I thinking differently about today and how does this affect my life. Now, again, for those of you that are into metaphysics, into that kind of gray area and love that stuff, then you're gonna absolutely love this drill, and you may be doing some form of it already. And you can just use a standard tarot deck. Heck, you could probably use a deck of cards, but I like the tarot deck because there's some meaning. You can stare at the card, get some graphical look at it, and it's good. The tarot deck that I'm using 78 cards actually is in here, is the Classic Design Tarot. I will link it down below. It's easy to shuffle. It works for me because it's a smaller, and I'll link the book here, which is called The Guided Tarot for Seamless Readings. And the other one that I have that I like is, I was gifted this deck, is a giant deck. And this is the Giant Rider Tarot deck, which I really like. And it's a big, big deck, which allows me to kind of, spread things out and see it. It's just a beautiful deck. So this is a way to engage your journal. It's a way to, connect to the journaling process and to stick with it. And I would love to know your comments down below. I will link these resources, the book and the tarot deck down below, and you can check it out. But basically what we're doing and the way that I'm doing it, and I work with some clients like this, is to get them more in their right brain, give them something to think about, and more importantly, get them journaling every day. You write down your card, what does it mean, and you kind of meditate on that thought process. So for my clients, they listen to CoachCast, get in their planner, do their daily sheet. The new thing we're doing is, I can't really talk about it, but take a photo and then they get their coaching from that. And then they go into their journaling and do some other techniques to help them stay on track and really live that best life. So awesome. Glad you're here. If you liked the video, thumbs up. As always, super pumped. It's the holiday season. Have happy holidays. And we'll see you in the next video. Go do it to it.